I think it's super exciting, and it doesn't even feel like it's obviously extra work, but it doesn't feel like we're entering a new territory. It feels like just more of the same, what we know, but just kind of using it in a different way and growing a different way.
Now, just the decision in and of itself to launch an app is that, and that's one thing, but deciding what type of app you want to launch is another thing altogether. How did you decide on the idea for Hostly?
Um, I mean, the idea just came to us in terms of like what was missing in society, how people are connecting, and we can see that people really want to have plans made first. There's a lot of awkwardness and like unknowns with connecting people, people just don't want to send in a random DM and be like, hey, I've seen you around, you want to hang out? Like, it's just an awkward thing to do. But if I were to make an event saying, hey, I want to go for coffee, I'm looking for 3 people to hang out with me, who wants to come? I'm breaking the ice for people because I've made the plans. I've set the date, the time, the place. I'm going to say who's paying for what. I'm going to pay for all the coffee, or I'm going to say, you know what, your bills are split. There's no awkwardness when you get there to know who's paying for what time, where to go. You're not going to send a DM and have to make plans, because the making the plans part is the one that's tedious, and it makes it feel like work, right? If everything's set ahead of time, then you lose that. Oh, Steven's made the first move. He's already he's planned coffee on Sunday. I'm available Sunday at 1. Perfect. I'll join them for coffee, and then they can request to join, and then the host can accept who they want to do after chatting with them, right? So it's just that we felt that was such a unique and powerful way for people to meet. Then we just have to decide how we're going to establish and build this thing. For one, how to build it, finance it, scale it. There's a million moving parts to building this thing, getting it off the ground.
So is it social media?
We call it a social connection app. There's
Okay.
actually nothing like it. So it is a category 1 of 1. There's nothing out there
Okay.
similar to this.
Surprise, surprise. He's doing the unicorn shit.
Something new.
This guy and his unicorn things.
Yeah, we're chasing unicorns here. That is the magic word of the year.
So, okay. Let's say I'm on the app. I'm like, you know what? I want to do this. You drop it, and then whoever's in your network, if you're down.
Yeah, everyone can see it. That's the cool part, right? So everyone on the app can see the event that's happening, and then they can decide if they want to join or not. Now, if you want to share it to your friends, you can do that too. You don't have to accept, like, everyone's not just welcome to come to every event. It's not like going to every other event website or app where they just list like things to do and you just like buy tickets. This is not that. This is not saying there's a concert tomorrow. Here's the concert. Buy tickets here. That's not us. This Hostly is, there's a concert tomorrow. I want to go. Who wants to come with me? That's Hostly.
Okay.
And it's not just an app for things to do. It's an app for things to do and someone to do it with, right? So it's way more powerful and just way more unique in how we connect people, right? How many times have you wanted to go to a movie or a concert you had no one to go with? How many times have you had an extra ticket to a show that your friends didn't want to go? Someone bails, you have no one to take, right?
Yeah.
Now you can say, listen, I got 2 tickets to the Jets game. My friend bailed. Who wants to come with me? You post it on the site. People can see who you are. They can request to join and go with you to the game, right? There's no platform that has a mechanism to control that. Most people nowadays will put it in their group chat or put it on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah. And you just hope someone, replies back. But our networks are only so big, right? The average person probably has 300 friends on social media. Probably 10% of that people they actually care to hang out with. And so it's a small pool, right? But if you want to meet new people, what do you do? This is the platform is to solve that problem.
Okay. Very interesting. Now, I'm sure when you birthed the idea for the app, it had to cross your mind that some people might say that there's too much social media, or they've got too much social media. They're too much, they're doom scrolling too much. All the things that you would normally hear when you hear social media. What would you say to that?
But we are like actually social media. So the idea is
actually social.
Yeah, we're actually socializing with our social media. So that's why we call ourselves Social Connection.
Right.
We are anti-food delivery not anti, we still use it, but we're just the opposite of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are, the whole point of everything in Hostly is to bring you out of your house to connect with people in person.
Right.
That is our sole focus. If you have no intent and you don't want to meet people, you don't like people, this app is not for you, right? But if you want to make friends, if you want to find new people to date, if you want to network in person with new people or make plans with people you already know, then Hostly is the app that will solve that problem. It will. And the idea is most restaurants now, they have these apps that take customers out the door, right?
Yeah.
Hostly brings customers in your door. It's a very powerful solution for businesses. So that it's going to help businesses and help people at the same time. Like I said, it's a very, very unique one-of-one product. And I think the key right now is restaurants are struggling. They want to find ways to bring traffic, not trying to knock food delivery, but, losing 10 to 30% of your sales when someone takes the food out the door doesn't really help a restaurant that much. If you're paying for rent and staff and it's a brick and mortar location, it's tough to make money just off the food delivery, right? But you have to have it. It's a necessary evil, So we want to come in and be like, listen, we want to help your restaurant. We want to help connect people in your restaurant, bring them in to sit in your restaurant. There's value in that. There's value in connecting people. There's value in bringing traffic to local businesses.
I'm glad you bring that up because obviously in launching this app, one would think that you would put some market research into this to see if this is something viable that would, obviously you don't want to waste your time or your money. You know what I mean? And you're obviously going forward with it. So your market research must have shown you that something like this could pop.
Yeah, no, we spent months and months asking people in person in my restaurant, Commonwealth. Anytime friends would come in, people I knew, just to get some feedback. Listen, I'm working on this idea. What do you think? Feedback's been amazing. The advice they gave, I used all of it to help build this, right? And talk to restaurant owners, business owners, how can we help you? What are you looking to do? And we have over 100 local businesses and some major national franchises already signed up. We're a week. Yeah, we've got, in terms of proving concept and proving demand, we are to me, we're so past that. Right now, it's a matter of just making sure that the app is as best it can be for everyone, So right now it's a slow rollout. We're super proud of the product that we have. And then once it's fully released, I think people are going to absolutely love it. There's going to be a ton of traction. And like I said, the businesses are already eager to get on. People are already excited about it. So yeah,
that's sick. Okay, I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like when you first put me on business, I was like, okay. At first, I was like, really, he's going there? I'm like,
yeah.
I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no. If I told you the list, I can't list everyone, but I mean, when you're on the app eventually, and if you in a month, you'll see all these businesses listed, and these are major, the best venues in Winnipeg are already reaching out to be a part of this. How can we get more traction during our slow times? That's the cool thing. Hostly will bring you traffic to your business when you need it, not just at any random time. You know what I mean? The problem with food delivery is that they'll call because I want dinner during dinner time, right? So the idea is we're going to bring you traffic before dinner, after dinner, whenever you're slow, the slower day. That's what separates us from other apps in terms of helping businesses. And for people, we help you find things to do. We help you find things to do and help you connect people to find people to do it with. You know what I mean? So again, it's solving two different problems, but joining them together in one, harmonious way. It's again, super, super cool.
Say word. You brought up Commonwealth, and earlier you brought up EEC. Obviously, no one was happy about what the hell was going on downtown with these crazy motherfuckers doing just some fucked up shit.
Yeah, summer 2025 was like Winnipeg turned Gotham City, and we needed Batman to solve that problem. It was crazy.
That had to be so frustrating for you.
Yeah, we were at our busiest ever going into the month that it happened. So we were built a lot of momentum. We had a good first year, but we had some obviously new business struggles and turnovers with some management. But at the end of the day, we turned it around. It was really busy, and then the fires happened. So it was really, really frustrating for sure. Just really tough for our staff too. We built such a great team, so it was tough to have to lay them off. It's a shitty thing to do, and we're building such momentum, such a great place to work, I thought. And like I said, we're busy. We're one of the hottest spots in the city, and then we got to shut down like that, right? And in a way like that, I don't mind. you open a business, shit happens, you lose, but someone sets up your place on fire. That's not the way you want to go down, right?
No, for real. So I mean, we know about the investigations that are going on right now. Are you fully abreast? They're keeping you abreast of.
I'll be honest. I am in the loop as much as I need to be. My plates are all full, flowing.
We're talking multiple spinning plates. Okay.
Spinning plates on my head right now, and I'm just, it's a shitty thing that happened, but I have to move forward. I got kids to feed. I got bills. I got projects. There's tons of things on the go. So I'm not one to dwell. I'm not one to get angry. I just, I make it work. I keep working. So no excuses. Let's just keep the fucking thing going, right? So we got this app launched, and then the restaurant will be open hopefully in a couple months. That's the goal. That's the goal right now. And like I said, got to keep working, man.
Yeah. No, and obviously it'll be great once you're open again because it's such a great spot.
Yeah, thank you.
It's so centrally located. It's perfect spot. Great building. You know what I mean? Great building with some history. Damn. So yeah, obviously looking forward to that again. With the app, it is live, but are you in a beta mode right now?
We are live, but we are password protected. If anyone wants the access code, send me a DM on Instagram. I'll give it to you. We are rolling it out slow right now, but we will be probably full blast probably in a month or so.
Okay, so let's say
someone download the app. You can download it, but it is by access code. Yes,
and it's on the App Store on Google Play.
Both app stores. Yeah.
Right. So let's say someone's downloaded the app and they've got it in front of them, and just open it up. They're looking at it. How would you direct someone to get started?
The first thing I would do is just, scroll through, see if there's any events or people that you want to hang out with and connect with. That's the first thing. Get familiar, right? And,
so should you search for names search for
scroll
events?
Through everything. Just scroll through everything. Get familiar. Click around and get comfortable in the space. And get familiar, right? And then I would recommend everyone just host your first event, create an event of anything you want to do. I've seen it's awesome to see if you go on there right now, about 50 events, and they're all different. From like, come with me to the dog park, go for coffee, go to a concert. Yeah. There's everything. Literally, go to the gym, go for brunch, go for dinner. It's nice to see the range of different events with such a small pool already and so early. It just makes me excited and my heart so warm because I know when it has 500 events, 5,000 events, you're going to just see that it's going to be unbelievable. This great ecosystem of people connecting and finding things to do and creating events. It's exciting.
So I could go on there right now.
Yep.
Start an event, host an event.
Yep.
And I could invite you. How do you invite people? We know how social media is.
You can share the event and send it to people that you know, but it's meant for just everyone to view, and then they can request to join if they like it, right? So for example, you go back to the dog park idea. I say, listen, someone created a dog park event 1 p.m. this Sunday. If I'm available, I'm like, you know what, I'll come join you. I request to join. Maybe there's 10 people requesting to join. That person that created the event, they can chat with all 10 people, and then they can pick the ones that they want to hang out with that night, right? That day, right? So the host has some control of who's going to go. So I have an event on there that says like, come drink tequila with me at the Saints, right? And I have like 8 spots available where I'm going to buy the first 2 shots for everyone who wants to come. Now, if 20 people request to join, I'll chat with whoever, and then I'll pick the 7 people that I vibe with the best. Now, if it's me, I'll just probably bring all 20. But for the average person, they're not a promoter, right? So they're gonna filter through who they get along with, who they're vibing with, and then they'll pick those top people that they want to accept for their event, right?
Okay, so for example, I go on there, I launch an event, and I don't know, let's just say go for a run or what I mean, go for a workout or something.
Yep.
I don't have to invite anyone. Just create the event.
That's right.
It will be like, is there a map of your local area that?
Yeah, no, I mean, there is a map where you can see all the events. Eventually you'll be able to see all the events near you. But the idea is, like I said, you can scroll through and see it. They'll see your event. Eventually you can filter through like all the fitness events and all the dining events and all the sporting events, right? So you can pick which category you're most interested in.
Okay. We're going to have to test out this host. Yeah. We're going to have to launch an event and try it out because curiosity is peaked on 10. Like, I would like to see this work
Yeah,
because I love the idea. It's such a good idea. I like the fact that you call it social connection
social
as opposed to
connection.
social media,
Yeah,
because that speaks to what exactly you're doing with it. And that's exactly what it is. So I love that. Um, yeah, no, I look forward to seeing this pop off. Are you going to be, have you put aside any marketing dollars to really start to like go full bore on this?
yeah, we will have some marketing for sure. We're gonna have a launch party, run some ads, influencer marketing. Just there's a
Mhm.
million and one things that we can do. Winnipeg is the launch city. It's the main test market, so we're gonna really try everything here, dial
Right.
in the processes, see which ones work the best before we scale it out west to the next city. So hopefully, the goal is to be able to 3 months is kind of like our test trial before we expand to the next city. That's the goal.
So we want to see this, we want to see this be successful. So essentially, download Hostly, get on there, start throwing some events, start going to some events, start
Yeah,
joining some
that's
events,
it. Yeah. Get out of the house,
and
meet some new people, create some events, connect. You know what I mean? That's the idea, right? That's the goal. Like I said, this is a cool thing for Winnipeg to kind of rally around, and
yeah,
it's just a cool story. If we can all
yeah,
help launch a new app in the city, and it's just a new way to connect. So once we do it here first, I'm gonna be so proud to be able to launch an idea like this in Winnipeg. A home base.
yeah. No, for real. No, I think that's pretty sick. Have you looked at using influencers to
Yeah,
get it
yeah,
popped off?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on using influencers? Do you feel like you need to use influencers?
I
You
think
personally, you
I think
personally.
I don't think any business, not say any, but most businesses should be using influencers. I think that's when I say influencer, I'm not saying like hire like Kendall Jenner, like someone
Yeah,
like
no.
I bring
No.
I bring her up because she just did a killer ad for a sports betting site, but like that's a different realm. You know what I mean? For
Yeah,
me, like, a person with 1,000 followers posting every day and having that niche crowd and people are
yeah,
dialed in and listening, that's super powerful,
yeah. Oh
for,
yeah.
for a small market. So I'd rather deal with 100 of those, right, than to have
Hmm.
like a mega national influencer, especially what we're trying to build is very like localized. So we're really going to be, reaching out to all the major local influencers, even the smaller local influencers in every city that we expand to. That's a big
Yeah.
part of our marketing plan for sure. Just
As long as they're engaged,
yeah, exactly, exactly,
yeah, that's
exactly.
all
Yeah,
makes all the
consistent
difference.
content. They're engaged, and they're committed to creating content, and they're you can see that they love their city. That's important, right? So you want that person on your team, right?
Yeah. No, I fully get where you're going with this. I got to ask, what did your dad think about when you brought this idea and said, "Hey, guess what I'm going to do now?"
Bro, honestly, my dad's probably like, "Well, man, another idea. Oh boy."
Yeah.
I think he's seen what it is now, what it's becoming, and the momentum we're building. I definitely I could feel like the shift. But you got to understand, my dad's seen, no joke, probably 50 to 75 businesses open in the past 25 years for
Yep.
sure, at
Yep.
least. So, I don't think it's hard to get excited every single time. My mom's still excited though every single time. But
Nice.
yeah,
Well, that the family support, and you've always had family support,
yeah,
is it's essential. I mean, it's not like you couldn't go full bore doing what you've been doing for like how many years without family support. Obviously, you could, but it's just so much better,
yeah, I know.
especially if you're a parent. You
I,
know what I
I
mean?
don't shy away from giving credit to my family, my parents, my
Yeah.
sister, my friends. Like I would not be where I am without their support. You know what I mean? And them
Yeah.
believing in me, and still believing after everything, all the ups and downs, and I'm very, very lucky to have their support through all these years,
Yeah.
and you need to have, it's nice to have someone to catch you when you're falling, to pick you up, and this comes even to my network of friends, even people that I even don't know, people reaching out in this past year, a lot of people with all these new projects with Commonwealth, with Hostly. It's a very overwhelming feeling to have people that just are there for you, and
Yeah.
and I feel very blessed for sure.
Solid. Solid. You've also been blessed with two kids. I've never met your second one
Yeah.
because your second kid came along like
Yeah.
much later. But how old is your first one now?
He turned 20 in June.
Oh my God. Isn't that kind of crazy shit?
Yeah, it is crazy. I never feel old until I realize my kids are getting older. Then I get reminded very quickly.
It No one's gonna remind you how old you are more than your
More
kids.
than your kids, that's
And
for
they don't
sure.
have to say it.
They
They
don't
don't
get
have to say it. They just them
100%.
existing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy. One thing that I've got to ask is, you know, you have a family and you've had a family from time
Mhm.
doing all the things that you've been doing, and like, where do you find enough hours in the day to balance, the family time with everything you do, like, that's business related? How do you find the hours?
You know, you just do the best you can do. I think there's always that entrepreneur hustler guilt, no matter what. I think that's going to be there. But I feel like my fiance, my kids, very understanding. My parents, everyone, they understand.
Fiance now.
Yeah, fiance got engaged.
Hey, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
He pulled the trigger.
that's it. Only took 13 years, but you know what?
That's all the
Here-
hey. He pulled the, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's all that matters. Good for you, man. No,
yeah,
I'm really happy for you. That's really good to hear.
yeah.
So
We try to find the balance. We try our best. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And they're very understanding and try to be there as much as we can, but they also understand that sometimes we can't be as much as we want.
and that can be hard sometimes.
It is. It is. It is. Definitely.
Sometimes it leads to situations where,
Yeah.
we're not
Not
necessarily
everyone
going to
has
be,
partners as understanding as mine. That's for sure.
oh, for real. Yo, your partner is probably the most understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I mean, like, mine, is one thing, but yours,
Yeah.
if I if if I did as much as you, like, basically, if I kept going full bore the way you have in the last X amount of years, I don't even know if I'd still be married. I'll be complete, like, you know what I'm saying? Because
It's tough. It's tough.
that life, it can take a toll on your personal life. You know
On
what I'm
all
saying?
relationships, you know what I mean? I've
Yes,
lost touch with lots of people. That
straight
I
up.
don't regret many things in my entire life, but one of the things I regret is in my business choices. It's hard to maintain relationships with friends, people that I've
Yeah.
known for so long, people that I
Yeah.
love, old friends, new friends that I connect with that I
Yep.
don't have the time to keep in touch with. And this goes for everybody. But for me, I've been fortunate to meet so many people, but it's so hard to keep in touch constantly with people, and that's what for sure the biggest challenge. And it doesn't work unless you have a very patient, understanding partner and family, for sure.
Yep. And the whole stay in touch with folks too. I mean, again, that's why something like social media is,
Yeah,
take it for the good and the bad, but
there's
God
good. For sure, there's
damn,
good. We talked
there's
about that.
still good.
It's where you don't realize you're watching your friends' kids grow up and your friends doing stuff.
Yes,
You're not reaching out every day. You're giving a like here and there or a comment, but
exactly.
sometimes we feel like we're not reaching out because we know the story because we've been watching, from afar. As
Yep.
weird as it is, but it is. We're still in touch in some way, right?
Exactly. I mean, and look at that. Like, I didn't know you were engaged. I was like, oh shit, that's like news in and of itself. God damn. I am happy for you though.
Thank you.
I'm very happy for you. I think that's fucking awesome. Uh, yeah, that's really great to hear. The one thing that you've been able to do, obviously, throughout the years, has been able to keep your head on an even keel. How do you think you've been able to do that?
Um,
Lesser folks would be like, done.
you know, I would say losses help you keep your head level for sure.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that as a kid, I never thought of myself as an arrogant kid, but I definitely looking back, it definitely must have been I was a little bit, right? And
Mm,
you open a business and it fails. You throw a couple events, they lose money, they fail. You go through these losses and you realize, maybe you ain't shit. You know what I mean? So you got you got to keep working and I just think that for me, I've always tried to keep my head pretty straight and like be very appreciative of the support that's there.
mhm.
Never get cocky about anything because like I said, you've eaten shit enough and you've been down enough. Even when you're up, you know that staying on top is not going to be that long, and you
Yeah.
enjoy the moments when they're there and when you're down. that you got to be positive to get up, right? So I'm a very, very positive person, very, very positive. Oh, extra,
Yes, you are. That's one
ultra,
thing that has been evident from jump.
yeah.
You know how to see the forest from the trees. But it's a very important trait.
Yeah, I mean, I think the lost most entrepreneurs were generally, overly optimistic with a lot of things, and
Yeah.
that's what keeps us going, right?
Yeah, it's very important to have that. If you don't have that skill in your toolbox,
Yeah,
you're not long for this life,
you're
kind
not
of
going to
thing.
be lasting long, no, for sure.
No, 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 no. Definitely not. Definitely not. Now, you did mention earlier. So before we like break off or anything, I just want to get a little bit about some future events that are happening. You mentioned before today. You told me about the hip hop festival.
Hmm.
Let's just touch on that real quick. The hip hop festival.
Yeah, for years I've always wanted to build a hip hop festival, but because of just the up and down
Mm-hmm.
dynamics of promoter life, we found a really good home with the Red River X right now. Good partners there, great
Yeah.
partners, and so we feel safe and comfortable. Sponsorship is up, and the market seems to have settled. You know what I mean? So, like I said, there's not a lot happening. So now's the time we feel we can bring something. So we are
Yeah.
working on a hip hop festival right now. Um, and just in my nature, I love like kind of the older, obviously older hip hop, and I love 90s R&B. So like that's the lane we're trying to go in right now, and we don't feel it's an underserved lane, So
It's a good
uh,
market.
yeah, it's a great market. I
Yeah,
love
it's
that
a good
music.
market.
I grew up on that music, so people don't realize like I was listening to like sappy R&B all my teenage years, more than house music. I was singing Boys to Men, Go to Sea, and Dream every
Yo,
day.
yo, okay. I'm so glad you brought that up because earlier today I'm driving and fucking Love Always by El DeBarge came on.
Mm.
My ass was singing
Yeah,
loudly to that thing. And then after it was done, I was like, yo,
yeah,
did I just sing that? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
the sappiest R&B that normally I would not be singing to, but that came on and I was just like
yeah.
singing the
I still
sappiest
remember. I still
R&B.
remember all the words. It's crazy. These songs are 30 years old, and I can sing
Yep.
all these songs still. Not, I don't sing well, but I'll sing it. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to do something. Definitely, we're working on some things. We're working on some things for
So
sure.
you have an idea for a hip hop festival.
Yeah,
Are you ready to divulge anything yet, or do we just wait till you come back?
nothing to divulge right now.
That's fair. No,
But I am down to get back on the show when we're ready to
hell yeah,
announce.
you know you gotta.
I'm
You know you
happy to
gotta.
give you the inside scoop when we announce and get things ready to go, though. But we are actively working on it, which is something I couldn't say before. We're like every day we're trying to make progress, sending offers. We have a date on hold already, which I can't say
Oh
yet. Like
shit.
there's firm, there's movement.
Okay, okay. I like what I'm hearing, and I feel good knowing that you're spearheading it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you.
Because because you have one, the experience, two, the love, and three, the market. The one thing that no one can take away from you is the fact that you have made the decision to stay in Winnipeg. One, because you could have moved to BC,
I did. I came
right?
back.
Exactly. You could have stayed in BC and you could have done the same thing there and blown up there yourself. But no, you chose to come back to Winnipeg. So the one thing I've got to ask you is, yeah, you could have stayed in BC and just done everything you've done here there. Why did you choose to do it here?
You know, um, when I was in high school, my goal was to get the best grades possible just so I can leave Winnipeg. I can admit that was the goal. I did pretty well in high school. I got into SFU and Van. Never been to Vancouver before, and I moved there. I was just so excited to get to a big city. I felt like I was a big city guy. That's my life, right?
Right?
And while I was there, that was probably the most depressed in my whole life that I've ever been. And
Damn.
yeah, and not to say that I was ever like knocking Winnipeg because I didn't really too young to really know to knock whatever it was. I
Yeah.
just really wanted big city. Like that's for me. I'm a big city
Yep.
guy. I'm a Vancouver
Yep.
Toronto
Yep.
guy. That's what I thought.
Yep.
But then you know what? I'm like, why not Winnipeg? I miss the people here. I miss the city here. And you know what? Instead of complaining, let's just be a part of the solution, right? So that mindset has been pushing me and ingrained in my mind for the past 25, 26 years, right? So I'm always trying to find something new to bring here, something new to do, give people a reason to stay, give people a reason to be proud of being from Winnipeg. So that's been the focus, and it's always going to be the focus.
That's one reason why I will always big you up is because you've chosen to try and make home better. And not many people, one, are capable of doing that. Two, have the wherewithal to do that. Three, the drive to do that. Like, it's a very huge task to make home that much more interesting for the entire city. That is not an easy feat, and it is not, you you got to be built different to be able to.
I'm definitely not normal. I don't know how to put that into words. I don't know what to say. But like I said, I think, you know what, not everyone's supposed to throw a concert or an event or open a club or a restaurant. I think
Yeah,
that supporting your city can just be sharing content and just leaving comments and offering words of support. That stuff keeps people going. And
yep,
as long as you're not being negative and adding to the negative, you can embrace
exactly.
and help and be positive in some little way. I think people underestimate the power of small positive changes, small positive,
Yep.
um, you know, and if everyone started supporting a little bit, change would happen pretty fast if that momentum was built. I think the people really underestimate that.
Yeah, there was a time too. The whole, you know, like I can echo what you were saying about feeling like your mental was a little more big city. I felt the same way too. I always assumed that Toronto was going to be the be all to end all for me. You know what I mean? And then after going out there, it was like, huh,
Yeah.
okay, interesting. So what if I was able to do all things I wanted to do but stay in Winnipeg? And by doing that, actually making Winnipeg a little more interesting. Just a little more. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, no one's saying that you've got to like move mountains, but just
Mhm.
make it just a little more interesting.
That's it. Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Right? And if
100%.
you and if you can make it happen,
Yeah,
why wouldn't you?
yeah, that's it.
There you go. There you go. Man, that's what I'm saying right there. Stephen, I'm glad we were able to do this.
Thank you
Um
for having me. Thanks for reaching.
oh,
You know,
I mean, so do.
yeah, long
So
overdue.
so do. But the funny thing is when I approached you about doing it, you were like, "Oh, but like aren't you just a hip hop pod?" I'm like, "Yes, we are a hip hop pod, but we side quest all day."
I didn't say just hip hop. I just meant like, where do I fit in? You know what I mean? Because I don't do hip
Oh,
hop
for sure.
anymore. I don't want to like shock the viewers to be like, why is the rave promoter on the hip hop podcast?
But
But
here's the thing now. Now people who might have had that perception before, now they're going to see, "Oh, he wasn't just a rave promoter from jump."
yeah,
Okay, I get it. It just
yeah,
so happens he's done a lot, on this side, but nah, it turns out he was always about this, and this. Okay,
yeah.
well,
I,
there you
I
go.
don't think people remember that. I think I was the first person to bring Method Man here. 25 years ago. Redman.
Yo,
Oh,
Empire,
yeah,
Meth,
exactly.
Red,
You remember? Yeah, you
Us,
remember? Yeah, see, yeah, it
Nightlife Types.
was a great night. Like
Hell yeah.
Big Sean, Rick Ross, Bone Thugs, all of
Yep.
them. We brought them
Which
all.
is proof that you were never just, the perceptions.
We're gonna
and
bring it
and
back. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna be hip hop and EDM promoter.
exactly, exactly, exactly. And now that you've spent some time with some lounge space, it's not going to be your last time. Everything you do, we're going to be able to talk about everything you do, straight
I
up and down.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Nah, for real.
I happily accept any invitation you give me.
I mean, it's so proper because one, we go back. We go back like that. There's so much that there's so many stories that you and I could drop on motherfuckers. It's not even like, oh shit. And at some point, every once in so often, like we'll do round table type stuff.
Mhm.
I think you'd be a great guest for round table stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm
Not
down.
just
I'm down. I'm
and
down.
not just music related, but culturally related as well. You know what I mean? Anything to
I'm
do
down.
with this city. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm down.
Hell yeah. There you go. There you go. Steven, thank you so much again. Definitely not going to be the last time.
I hope not.
Hostly is available now in the App Store, on Google Play. Download it, familiarize,
Yep.
throw an event.
Host an event. Hit me up for the access code. I think that you're gonna love it. Honestly,
Yes.
wait for everyone to
And
try.
and obviously Stephen will be on there. I will be on there. I want to see this app pop off, so I will be on there. Definitely throwing events, no matter how. I mean, it could be like a workout. It could be a run.
Yeah, that's
You know
it.
what I mean? It could be a b-boy session.
Yeah,
You
there
name
we
it.
go. There we go.
We will go there because I want to see you be successful with this, and
Thank you.
I think you are fully capable of being successful with this.
Well, if I get the support from everyone like you, then there's nothing stopping us.
God damn. There you go. Please let everyone know where they can find you on socials.
Basically, every social will be at Stephen Hua, STEPHENHUA, Instagram, X, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, all the above.
Yo, we should hop on TikTok. No, leave it. We should do a live interview on TikTok.
I've never done that before, but you show me the way, and I'm down. Let's go.
If you're down, we'll do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, done. We'll redo this on TikTok. Easy.
Awesome.
No, because TikTok is a completely different world over there.
Yeah, I've never done it, so I'm excited. Let's try it.
The analytics, when I compare TikTok analytics with YouTube analytics and Twitch analytics, it's like a different goddamn world. But it's like it's a whole different set of people still. So
yeah,
let's do it.
I'm just embracing all this content creator life right now. It's a whole new world for me. I've been posting every day. It's really very foreign to me, but it's been fun and exciting. But it's been a challenge to get out of my shell, but it's been fun.
I mean, his shell isn't that thick, trust. He's a social extrovert.
I'm a very social introvert.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's do a TikTok
cool.
live so we can talk about hosting on TikTok too.
Love it.
Fuck yeah. Fucking awesome. Okay, solid. Now, before we go, we always like to leave people with something to look forward to. Obviously, there's Hostly. That's what we've been talking about. But just for the sake of going out, what's an event coming up very soon that you think people should reach that you are doing?
The next few events coming up tomorrow is Transformers, our 25-year anniversary party at the Met. That's a big one.
By the way, 25.
Which is nuts.
Goddamn. I still remember when you first threw that rave. I was like, what's Transformers?
I'm glad you remember because I barely remember.
No, because I remember I was like, what's Transformers though? What's he talking about?
Yeah.
And then when I saw the first like artwork, I was like, oh shit. He's doing something completely different. So Transformers, is it just straight up trance?
No, it's all forms of EDM.
Thank you for
trance,
because
house,
some people might think, right?
That's one of the reasons why we kind of moved away from the name, because it's obviously misleading. People want to hear house music and dubstep and everything else and trap. So we have everything. There's 3 rooms. So yeah, it's definitely not just trance, but there is some trance for sure. We're doing a Tiesto tribute set. That's going to be fun.
Okay. Are you doing a set?
I am doing a set. I'm playing at 9 p.m. though, an old electro house throwback set early on.
Okay. So like you can spin. We know this already, but it's never been like a major focus of yours. I'm going to assume it's just you just like to have fun and just like
honestly, it's just for fun up there. I'm having fun with it. I haven't done it in years. I played a couple sets last year. It was a lot of fun. So now I want to get back in the groove a little bit. There's just no time, not enough hours in the day.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I used to DJ every weekend. You know, at my
do you still have gear? Do you still have your gear?
No gear.
Okay.
I lost gear, stolen
Long
gear.
Gone.
I got tired of buying turntable needles. That was a pain in the butt for so long.
Yeah, but look at tech now, yo.
Yeah, it's crazy now. It's crazy now. Yeah, way better now.
Ooh, like sure, yeah, you can still use a turntable with needles, but tech has come.
Tech is crazy. Tech is crazy for sure. It's a great time to be a DJ, without a doubt.
I will agree with you on one end. Great time to be a DJ, but on the other end, it also, for some people, it basically vets you very quickly. Yeah, there's a shit ton of new toys out, DJ gear, but it vets you hard. Like you really better love what you're about to start doing
Yeah.
because it vets people quick. You know what I mean? Like I remember there was like, do you remember when there was like there's a Facebook group that's been there for a minute. I can't remember the name anymore. Like you have to be in that same Facebook group. It's for selling gear.
No, I'm not. I know what group you're talking about though. Yeah.
Okay. And the funniest thing about over the years watching like content in that group is like you can see the generations of DJs come and go.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, you're selling your gear? Why?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like suddenly like, oh, you bought their gear. Oh, so now and you're done? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's it's been a very illuminating group.
Fast for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. Well, yo, thank you again. This will definitely be available on demand on all platforms. Thank you for tuning in with us. And until we get Stephen back in the lounge space, salute.
Thank you very much.
Respect, Bregin, all day.
Nice seeing you, brother.
All right.